language, English and Odia, as the poem is belongs to the syllabus of CBSE and BSE Odisha. Dear learner, a poem has three main parts. One is pre-reading part, second one is while reading part, and third one is post-reading part. This is called the pre-reading part of this poem. Let us see. A thing of beauty is joy forever. This is an English proverb. यार अर्थ है सुंदर तृप्तिर अवसाद नाही जेते देखुथिले नुआ दिसुथाय अर्थात कौनसी सुंदर जिनिस को जेते देखिले मध्य ताहार उपभोगर परिसमाप्ति होई न थाए. Come to the second line. The scenic view of a picturesque sight pleases our eyes. अर्थात प्राकृतिक सौंदर्य को उपभोग कला बेले ताहा आम आखि को आनंदित करिथाए बा आम आखि को आनंद देइथाए. The haunting melody of a cuckoo soothes our soul. अर्थात कोइलीर कुहू कुहू मधुर तान आम हृदय को आत्मसंतोष बा प्रशमित करिथाए. A soulful tone of a singer amuses our heart. अर्थात जड़े गायकर आवेगपूर्ण स्वर आम हृदय को खुशी आनी देइथाए. The moment we take leave of this sight or sound, they occur to us recurringly in a flashback. अर्थात एही परिका सौंदर्य भरा दृश्य ओ आनंद करि पकाउथुवा स्वर को छाड़ी जेबे आमे आगो को अग्रसर हो सेतेबेले सही दृश्य ओ स्वर भौतिक भावे सिना आमे ताकु त्याग करू किंतु मानसिक और आवेग रूपे ताहा बारंबार आम मनरे प्रतिफलित होता है. We can hardly part with them. आमे बहुत कष्ट लगे से जिनस को छाड़िबा पई त्याग करिबा पई. The voice and the vision have a long lasting effect on us. अर्थात सही स्वर और दृश्य बहुदिन धरी दीर्घस्थायी होई आम मनरे तार प्रभाव पकाए. They continue to be a perennial memory with us. Perennial means दीर्घस्थायी. Perennial means दीर्घस्थायी. Memory means स्मरण. अर्थात सेगुड़िक दीर्घस्थायी होई आम मनरे स्मरणीय होई रही थाए. They never cease to be. तार परिसमाप्ति बा शेष घटे नाही. Then come to the second part of the poem, that is called the while reading. Listen to the William Wordsworth poem, The Solitary Reaper. Teacher will recite the poem. Dear learner, the poem The Solitary Reaper has 4 stanzas. Each stanza contains 8 lines. Now I am going to read the first stanza. You follow me. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary highland lass, reaping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. Alone she cuts and binds the grain, and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the vale profound is overflowing with the sound. Come to the second stanza. No nightingale did ever chaunt more welcome notes to weary bands of travellers in some shady hunt among Arabian sands. A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Let us see the third stanza. Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. Or is it some more humble lay, familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again? Stanza number 4. See, whatever the theme, the maiden sang, as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work, and over the sickle bending. I listened motionless and still, and as I mounted up the hill, the music in my heart I bore, long after it was heard no more. ଏବେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟାଞ୍ଜା ୱାଇଜ୍ ପୋଏମଟିକୁ ବୁଝିବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା. Come to the first stanza. This is the first line of the first stanza. See, behold her single in the field. Behold means to see. Single means a single person in the field. Yon solitary highland lass. Yon is an old use. The new use means the current use of yon is yonder. Yonder means over there. Solitary means single or lonely. Highland means a high mounted land. Lass means the girl. Meaning of these two lines, the poet tells us to look at a girl who is single in the field. अर्थात उच्च पहाड़िया क्षेत्र एकाकी कार्य करुथुबा तरुणी को देख. Reaping and singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. Reaping means cutting the crops. Singing by herself. Stop here or gently pass. अर्थ से मधुर संगीत गान करी शस्य काटी चलीछि. आउ कवि एठारे द्वंद्वरे पड़ी जाइछंती जे से ए गीतटी को एठारे रही की अटकी की सुनिबे ना आगो को जिबे. काहे कि द्वंद्वरे पड़िछंती. जदि आगो को जिबे हुए तो से झियो जानिदेव एवं से जो मधुर संगीत गान करुछि ताको कवि सुनी पारिबे नाही. एवं एहा मध्य से डरुचंती जे जदि से अटकी जिबे हुए तो से झियो जानिदेले ଜାଣିଦେଲେ ସେ ହୁଏତ ସେ ମଧୁର ସଙ୍ଗୀତଟିକୁ ଗାନ କରିବ ନାହିଁ। ତ ଦ ପୋଏଟ୍ is so the poet is confused with the effect of the solitary reaper song that he could not decided whether to stop or gently pass. The poet was elated by the song of the solitary reaper and did not want the song to come to an end. For him, if he stops or passes by, in both cases, the girl might see him and stop singing. So he was in confusion whether he would stop or gently pass. Then come to next line. Alone she cuts and binds the grain and sings a melancholy strain. Oh, listen, for the bell profound is overflowing with the sound. Alone means single. Melancholy means sadness, dukha. Strain means song. Melancholy means sadness. The song that was sung by the girl was sad song. Oh, listen for the bell profound. Profound means great. Bell means valley. Profound means great. Overflowing means echoing. It means the poet addresses to the passers by not to be the region of disturbance. He advised them either to stop or pass gently. Again, we are acquainted with the loneliness of the solitary reaper. She cuts and binds the grain alone and sang melancholy songs, means sad songs. Then the poet urges us to listen and feel the effect of the song. According to the poet, the whole valley is overfilled with the enchanting song of the solitary reaper. अर्थात संगीतटी विषादर स्वर बहन करिथिबार कवि अनुभव कले। अन्य पथिकों से संगीत शुणिया पे अनुरोध कले। जदि संगीत प्रति अन्य मानकर नजर नाही तेबे से बा इच्छा नाही तेबे सेमाने निज निज बाटरे धीरे धीरे चली जातु, अन्यथा यह बालिकार संगीत रे बाधा प्रदान करिवो बोली कवि अनुभव करछन्ति। कम टू स्टैंजा नंबर 2. No nightingale did ever chant more welcome notes to weary bands of travelers in some shady hunt among Arabian sands. Nightingale କହିଲେ बुलबुल जातीय मधुर कंठ विशिष्ट विशेषतः रात्रि गीत गाउथुवा एक क्षुद्र पक्षी। चांट कहले गुणु गुणु होई गीत गाइबा। नोट्स कहले गीत। वेरी कहले टायर्ड बा क्लांत। बैंड्स कहले दल गुड़िक। ट्राभेलर्स कहले पथिक माने। सेडी कहले छायाप्रद। हंट कहले द प्लेस भिजिटेड रेगुलारली, अर्थात जो जगह को प्राय समस्ते प्रायतः जाती। आरबियन डेजर्ट है जो आरबियन सेंस लिखाई तार अर्थ हो आरबियन डेजर्ट अर्थात आरब देश मरुभूमि। जो प्रथम चारिटा लाइन रहा तार अर्थ को आम ये भाव प्रकाश करिपरिबा जे तरुणी अर्थात से जो झील शस्य कटाड़ी झील ର ସଙ୍ଗୀତର ମୂର୍ଚ୍ଛନା କବିଙ୍କ ହୃଦୟକୁ ଏପରି ଭେଦ କରିପାରିଥିଲା ଯେ ସେହି ସଙ୍ଗୀତକୁ ଆରବ ଦେଶର ମରୁଭୂମି ଅଞ୍ଚଳରେ ଥିବା ବୁଲବୁଲ ଜାତୀୟ ପକ୍ଷୀର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଅପେକ୍ଷା ଅଧିକ ମଧୁରତର ବୋଲି କବି କହୁଛନ୍ତି। A voice so thrilling never was heard in springtime from the cuckoo bird, breaking the silence of the seas among the farthest Hebrides. Thrilling means रोमांचकर। स्प्रिंग टाइम कहले बसंत ऋतुर समय, कुकू बर्ड कहले कोइली, फारदेस्ट कहले दूर। हेब्रिडिस मीन्स the most remote group of islands that lies to the northwest of Scotland, अर्थात स्कटलैंड रो उत्तर पश्चिम भागरे थिबा केते गुड़िए द्वीप समूह। तो ये जो शेष चारिटी पंक्तिर अर्थ है जे बसंत रे कुहू कुहू तान करी मन किणी नहीं पारुथुबा कोइलीर स्वर ର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ଠାରୁ ସେଇ ତରୁଣୀର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅଧିକ ସୁନ୍ଦର ବୋଲି କବି କହୁଛନ୍ତି। ତ gist central idea of the stanza 2 is the song of the solitary reaper is brought under several comparisons. Her song is better than the song of the nightingale, which usually relaxes the weary travelers in the Arabian desert. Similarly, the song of the cuckoo in the spring is less beautiful than the song of the reaper girl. It shows that the poet is deeply influenced by the song of the girl in the cornfield. Let us see stanza number 3. एबे आमे स्टांजा 3 को बुझिबा। Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. ये प्रथम चारिटी पंक्ति रहिला से गोटे वर्ड आस देख प्लेंटिव। प्लेंटिव रो अर्थ होची सोरोफुल बा दुखदायक। बेटल्स लॉन्ग एगो, बेटल्स लॉन्ग एगो कहूची जे गोटे स्ट्रगल पाई बा संघर्ष कौन जीवन संघात बा कौन युद्ध रो घटनावली जोटा कि पूर्वरु घटी जाइछि। Will no one tell me what she sings? Perhaps the plaintive numbers flow for old unhappy far off things and battles long ago. अर्थात तरुणी शस्य कटाळीर संगीत मध्यरे विषादर जो स्वर भर्ती रहिथिला तार विषय वस्तु जानिबा अत्यंत कष्टकर हबार कवि अनुमान करी कहउचंती जे संभवतः यह प्राचीन समयर कौनसी युद्ध किंबा पारंपरिक दुख जंत्रणा और क्षयक्षति जनित विमर्श सेतिरे भरी रहिथिला। Or is it some more humbly familiar matter of today, some natural sorrow, loss or pain that has been and may be again? अर्थात जो तरुणीटी बा जो शस्य कटाड़ी झीटी जो विषाद भरा जो कंठरे जो गान करुला ताहा प्राचीन समर कौन युद्ध किंबा पारंपरिक दुख ଯନ୍ତ୍ରଣା ଓ କ୍ଷୟକ୍ଷତି ଜନିତ ବିମର୍ଷ ସେଥିରେ ଭରି ରହିଥିଲା ବୋଲି କବି ଅନୁମାନ କରିକି କହୁଛନ୍ତି। The gist of the stanza 3 is the subject matter of the song of the Reaper Girl is not known. The subject matter of the song of the Reaper Girl is not known. The poet tries to guess the content of the song. The sadness of the tone is due probably to an old unhappy far off thing. It may be a battle which was fought in the first. It may be due to some natural sorrow, loss, or pain which have touched the girl's life in the world. ଯିବା ଷ୍ଟାଞ୍ଜା ଏବେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟାଞ୍ଜା 4 କୁ ଯିବା। ଷ୍ଟାଞ୍ଜା 4 ରେ ଯେଉଁ ରହିଛି ବିଷୟ ତାକୁ ବୁଝିବା। Whatever the theme, the maiden sang as if her song could have no ending. I saw her singing at her work and over the sickle bending. थीम कहले विषय वस्तु, मेडेन कहले से झियो, सैंग कहले से जो गीतटी मेडेन सैंग द सॉलिटरी रिपर कंटिन्यूड सिंगिंग अर्थात से तरुणीटी तार जो गीत गाई चली थाए। as if her song अर्थात कवि को लगिला जे एक अंतहीन संगीतर मूर्छना सते जेपरी तांकु अनवरत भाव रे विमोहित करुछि। as if her song माने कवि को लगिला जे एक अंतहीन जार परिसमाप्ति नहीं से संगीतर मूर्छना सते जेमती तांकु विमोहित करुछि। At her work means the girl was reaping the corn. Over the sickle bending, sickle तलकु नई पड़ी दा sickle means दा रे से शस्य काटुथला। I listen motionless and still, motionless कौन हो जिबा निश्चल हो जिबा वा स्तब्ध हो जिबा अर्थात कवि से संगीत रे मुग्ध होई सेठी स्थाणु पाल्टी जाइथिले। माउंट ऑफ वर्ड अछि देखो माउंट ऑफ यार अर्थ हला आरोहण करिबा। लॉन्ग आफ्टर इट वाज हर्ड नो मोर यार अर्थ हला जे सुपथरे अग्रसर हेबारु शस्य कटाड़ीर संगीत आउ सुबिला नाही। तो ये जो प्रथम 4टी लाइन रहिला स्टांजा 4 रो तार अर्थ मु कहवाकू जाउची। शस्य क्षेत्र रे बालिकार संगीत कवि को असीम बा असरंती भरी मालूम होतला बा लागुतला। से एपरी मुग्ध हो जाइथिले जे से सेठी कौन हो गले निश्चल हो गले छिड़ा हेले एवं गीतटी को मन दे सुनले। तापरे किछि समय परे कवि तांको बाटरे चली गले। किछि दूर जिबा परे बालिकार गीत आउ सुबिला नाही। The gist of the stanza 4 is the song of the girl in the cornfield seemed unending. The poet could not avoid the influence of the song. He stood motionless and still he enjoyed the song wholeheartedly. The music of the girl continued, though it became inaudible to the poet after some distance. Summary of the poet, the solitary reaper. The poet saw a solitary girl in the cornfield. She was reaping the corn. The girl was quite lonely and unassisted. She was singing while reaping the corn. The poet heard her song with rapture. He wanted that the traveler should either wait to hear her song or pass silently without disturbing the girl. The girl was cutting and binding the corn. The song of the girl was echoing the entire valley. The song of the girl was beyond comparison. No nightingale did ever sing such song. The travelers in the Arab desert had never heard such music. The cuckoo bird had never produced such thrilling voice in the springtime. The song of the solitary reaper broke the silence of these as among the farthest Hebrides. The poet could not understand the subject matter of the girl's song. The song was probably based on an old, unhappy, and far off things. It may be a battle long, long ago. It may be a familiar matter of day-to-day life. It may be some natural sorrows, loss, or pain that he has come to the life of the solitary reaper girl. The song of the girl was unending. She sang it at her work over the sickle. The poet stood motionless and still and heard the song. He mounted up the hill and the song gradually faded, but the poet did not forget the music of the song. Dear learner, now I am going to tell about the poet. The name of the poet is William Wordsworth, who was born on 7th April 1770 in Cockermouth in the Lake District, England. प्रिय शिक्षार्थीगण, এই কবিতার কবি হচ্ছেন উইলিয়াম ওর্ডসवर्थ, ଯିଏକି 1770 ମସିହା ଏପ୍ରିଲ 7 ତାରିଖ ଦିନ କକରମଥ ଗୋଟେ ଜାଗା ଯାହାକି ଇଂଲଣ୍ଡରେ ଅଛି, ସେଟା ଲେକ୍ ଡିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ଟରେ ଅଛି ଇଂଲଣ୍ଡର, ସେଠି ସେ ଜନ୍ମଗ୍ରହଣ କରିଥିଲେ। ହି ଇଜ୍ ରିଗାର୍ଡେଡ୍ ଆଜ୍ ଏ worshipper of nature। ସେ ପ୍ରକୃତିକୁ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ପାଉଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରକୃତିକୁ ସେ ଭଗବାନ ଭଳି ମାନୁଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ପ୍ରକୃତିକୁ ସେ ପୂଜା କରୁଥିଲେ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାଙ୍କର ପ୍ରତିଟି କବିତାରେ ପ୍ରକୃତିକୁ ସେ ଗୁରୁତ୍ୱ ଦେଇ କବିତା ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ। ଲଭ୍ of nature is a major theme of his poetry। ତାଙ୍କ କବିତାରେ ମୁଖ୍ୟତଃ ସେ ପ୍ରକୃତି ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧୀୟ ଜିନିଷକୁ ସ୍ଥାନ ଦେଉଥିଲେ। He wrote about ordinary men and women in the language of ordinary people। ସାଧାରଣ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ଭାଷାରେ, ଅର୍ଥାତ୍ ସାଧାରଣ ଲୋକ ଯେଉଁ ଭାଷାରେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା କରନ୍ତି ସେହି ଲାଙ୍ଗୁଏଜ ବା ସେହି ଭାଷାକୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରି ସେ ସାଧାରଣ ପୁରୁଷ ଏବଂ ମହିଳାମାନଙ୍କ ବିଷୟରେ କବିତା ମଧ୍ୟ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ। ଫର୍ ହିମ୍ ପୋଏଟ୍ରି ଇଜ୍ ଦ ସ୍ପଣ୍ଟାନିୟସ୍ ଓଭରଫ୍ଲୋ ଅଫ୍ ପାୱାରଫୁଲ୍ ଫିଲିଂସ୍। ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କବିତା ଥିଲା ସ୍ୱତଃପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତ ଭାବରେ ମନରେ ଥିବା ପ୍ରବଳ ଅନୁଭବକୁ ପ୍ରକାଶ କରିବା ସଦୃଶ। arising from emotions recollected in tranquility। ଆଉ କ'ଣ ଥିଲା ନା ସମସ୍ତ ଆବେଗ ବା ଉତ୍କଣ୍ଠାକୁ ସେ ପ୍ରଶାନ୍ତି ବା ପ୍ରଶମିତ କରିବା ନିମିତ୍ତ କବିତା ମଧ୍ୟ ଲେଖୁଥିଲେ। He died at Rydal Mount and Garden, United Kingdom, on 23rd April 1850. ତାଙ୍କର ମୃତ୍ୟୁ 1850 ମସିହା ଏପ୍ରିଲ 23 ତାରିଖ ଦିନ ୟୁନାଇଟେଡ୍ କିଙ୍ଗଡମ୍ରେ ହୋଇଥିଲା। Dear learner, now I am going to tell about the poet. The name of the poet is William Wordsworth, who was born on 7th April 1770 in Cockermouth in the Lake District.